女士们、先生们，请全体起立，热烈欢迎中共中央政治局常委、中国国务院副总理丁薛祥阁下和外方领导人入场。
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up all. Warmly welcome the member of the Standing Committee of the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee and Deputy Prime Minister of the State Council of the People's Republic of China, His Excellency Mr. Ding Xuexiang, and foreign leaders.
请大家落座。
Please have your seats.
“女士们、先生们，第3届“一带一路”国际合作高峰论坛互联互通高级别论坛现在正式开始。
Ladies and gentlemen, the High-Level Forum on Connectivity of the Third Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation now begins.
首先，欢迎中共中央政治局常委、中国国务院副总理丁薛祥阁下致辞。
First, let's warmly welcome the member of the Standing Committee of the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee and Deputy Prime Minister of the State Council of the People's Republic of China, His Excellency Mr. Ding Xuexiang, to deliver the opening remark.
尊敬的各位国家元首、政府
Your
首脑
Excellencies, Heads of State and Government,
各位国际组织负责人、
Your Excellencies, Heads of
各
International
国代表、
Organizations,
各位来
distinguished
宾、女
representatives,
士们、
guests,
先生们、朋
ladies
友
and
们，
gentlemen,
下午
friends.
好！
Good afternoon.
欢迎大家出席第3届“一
Welcome
带一路”国际合
To
作
the
高峰
High-Level
论坛
Forum
互
on
联
Connectivity
互
in
通高级
an
别
Open
论坛
World Economy.
今天上午，第3届“
This
一
morning,
带一路”国际合作高峰论
The
坛
Third Belt and Road
重
Forum
点
for International Cooperation was
习近
opened.
平主席在开幕
President
式
Xi
上
Jinping
发表重要
delivered an
祝词
important
演讲
keynote speech at the opening
全面
ceremony.
回顾共建
During
“一
his
带一路”
speech,
取得
President
的
Xi
丰硕
comprehensively
成果
reviewed the fruitful results
深
of
刻
Belt
总
and Road
结
Cooperation,
共建“一带一路”
revealed
重要
the
成功
important
经验，
successful experience of
宣布
Belt and Road
中国
Cooperation
支持高
and
质量共建
announced
“一带一路”的一系列
a series
重大
of
项目
major steps China will take
再
to
次
support
彰显
high-quality Belt and Road
坚定不
cooperation.
移推进
It once
共建
again
“一带一路”
demonstrated China's
高质量发
confidence
展
and
的信
determination
心
to unswervingly
和决心
promote the high-quality development of the Belt and
赢
Road.
得与会嘉宾高度认同。
This has won high recognition and positive response
今
from
年
the
是习近平
participants.
主席提出共建“一带一路”倡议
This year
10
marks
周
the 10th anniversary of the Belt and Road
10年来
Initiative.
在各方
President Xi
共同
Jinping
努力下
proposed. Over the past
共建“一
decade,
带一路”
thanks
取
to
得
the concerted
实打
efforts
实
of all
沉
parties,
甸
Belt
甸
and
的
Road Cooperation
重大
has
历
made
史性成就
substantial and solid historic achievements.
成为深受欢迎的国际
It has
公共
become
产
a
品
well-received
和
international
国际
public good
合作平
and
台。
platform for international
这
cooperation.
一重要倡议为加强全
This
球互联
important initiative has
促进世界经济增长
contributed positively to promoting global connectivity, world economic growth, and the common development of all
也为
countries.
全球治理探索了
It has
新的
also
模式，
explored a new
为人
model
类
for
共同
global
实现现代
governance
化
and
开辟了
blazed a new
新的路
trail
径。
for humanity to realize modernization together.
共建“一带
What
一
has
路”
happened
追求的是发
shows
展，
that
崇
the
尚的
BRI
是共
pursues
赢，
development,
传递的
promotes
是希
win-win
望，
outcomes, and
已经
inspires
成为
hope.
造福世界的
It has
发展
become
带
a
和
development
惠
belt
及
for
各
the
国人
benefit
民
of the
的
world
幸福
and the road to happiness for the benefit of people
女
around
士
the
们
world.
先生们、朋友们，
Ladies
共
and
建“一带一
gentlemen,
路”
friends,
关键是互联互通。
to advance Belt and Road
这
cooperation,
场高级别论坛
connectivity is
以
key.
深化互联互
Therefore,
通，
the theme of this
建设
high-level
开放
forum,
型世界
connectivity
经
in
济
open world economy,
具有十分重要的意义。
is highly relevant.
面向未来，
Going forward, China will work with other countries and international organizations to deepen Belt and Road cooperation, promote all-round and multi-tiered connectivity, and inject greater energy into the modernization of all countries in the world. In this connection, I wish to make the following proposals. First, deepen policy connectivity and build greater synergy between our strategies. At present, more than 150 countries and more than 30 international organizations have signed more than 200 BRI cooperation documents with China. The BRI is integrated with the development and cooperation plans of the United Nations and other international and regional organizations, and with the development strategy of BRI partner countries. It has become an important platform for bilateral and multilateral exchanges and cooperation. We need to continue to take policy connectivity as an important guarantee and guide, make good use of bilateral and multilateral mechanisms and platforms, strengthen multi-level and multi-channel communication and consultation, steadily promote the signing of cooperation documents, and continue to consolidate and expand the Belt and Road Partnership. Second, strengthen infrastructure connectivity and make the connectivity network more smooth and efficient. With 6 corridors, 6 routes, multiple countries, and multiple ports as the basic framework, the BRI serves to build and ensure the safe, stable and smooth operation of the China-Europe Railway Express and the new international land-sea trade corridor. We need to promote secure and efficient connectivity of information infrastructure and narrow the digital divide. Third, promote trade connectivity and better develop mutually beneficial economic and trade partnerships. From 2013 to 2022, the total trade volume between China and BRI partner countries stood at $19.1 trillion, with an average annual growth rate of 6.4%. Two-way investment exceeded $380 billion, of which China's outbound direct investment exceeded $240 billion. We need to continue to take trade connectivity as an important part of our efforts to build a more balanced, equitable, and sustainable trading system. It is important to resolutely oppose protectionism, steadily expand institutional opening up with regard to rules, regulations, management, and standards, and strive to improve trade and investment liberalization and facilitation. Fourth, expand financial connectivity and build a more diversified, inclusive, and sustainable investment and financing system. In recent years, the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank and the Silk Road Fund have been set up and provided over $60 billion in investment and financing support for more than 300 projects. We need to actively expand diversified financing channels, come up with more diversified and innovative investment and financing methods, and provide financial support for Belt and Road cooperation. We need to make better use of the Belt and Road Special Lending Scheme, the Silk Road Fund, and various special investment funds, and encourage multilateral development institutions to conduct joint financing with BRI partner countries. We need to improve the global financial safety net and enhance our capacity to prevent financial risks. Fifth, promote people-to-people connectivity and strengthen people-to-people exchanges and cooperation at all levels and in all fields. BRI cooperation on cultural tourism, educational exchanges, media cooperation, academic exchanges, and people-to-people exchanges, and a number of small yet smart livelihood programs have ensured solid popular support for Belt and Road cooperation. We need to carry forward the Silk Road spirit and strengthen the social foundation for people-to-people connectivity. We need to continue to deepen friendly cooperation in education, culture, tourism, sports, and other fields, and promote communication and exchanges among government officials, social organizations, and think tanks to enhance mutual understanding, respect, and trust among all partner countries. We need to deepen international cooperation against corruption and work with all partners to build a clean Silk Road. Sixth, expand areas of cooperation and strive to open up new opportunities for common development. We, partner countries, have given full play to our respective strengths and continued to create more innovative cooperation models and work for positive progress in developing a health, green, digital, and innovative Silk Road and more room for international cooperation. We need to aim for stronger, greener, and healthier global development and speed up the fostering of more growth drivers in cooperation. We need to strengthen cooperation in green infrastructure, green energy, and green transportation to jointly build a green Silk Road. We need to deepen practical cooperation in smart cities, the Internet of Things, large AI models, big data, and cloud computing. Encourage the digital economy and lifestyle models to go global, such as e-commerce, mobile payment, and social platforms, and expand cooperation on Silk Road e-commerce. We need to strengthen international cooperation in IPR protection and foster an open, fair, just, and non-discriminatory environment for sci-tech development. We need to actively deepen international cooperation on health and make greater contribution to the health and well-being of humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, friends, the BRI originates from China, but it belongs to the world and aims to benefit all people. Distinguished guests, all of you are important participants, builders, and contributors to international Belt and Road Cooperation. I hope that during this forum you will have in-depth exchanges and discussions, put forward your insights, and contribute more wisdom and strength to promoting high-quality Belt and Road Cooperation and building a community with a shared future for mankind. To conclude, I wish the high-level forum on connectivity a complete success. Thank you.
感谢丁薛祥副总理。
Thank you, Deputy Prime Minister Ding Xuexiang.
下面有请土库曼斯坦民族领袖、人民委员会主席比尔德穆·哈梅多夫阁下致辞。
Next, let's warmly welcome the national leader of the Turkmen people and chairman of the Haq Maslakati of Turkmenistan, His Excellency Mr. Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov, to deliver a speech.
Your Excellency, Vice Premier Ding Xuexiang, Your Excellencies, Heads of Delegations, at the outset, please allow me to convey my sincere gratitude to President Xi Jinping of the People's Republic of China and express my appreciations to President Xi for hosting the Third Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation. And let me also thank the Chinese people for all the hospitality and for the thoughtful arrangement. It is indeed a highly relevant timing for the forum to be held. Recent years have witnessed COVID-19, uncertainty, and trust deficit. All these factors have dealt a major blow to global growth. There have also been numerous obstacles to connectivity and sustainable development. To overcome those negative factors, it is important that all countries and international organizations work together in solidarity in a responsible and forward-looking manner to address all those challenges and difficulties. In this spirit, we are advancing the revival of the Great Silk Road program, which meets Turkmenistan's vision of the future geopolitical landscape of the Eurasian continent. It also resonates well with China's Belt and Road Initiative, because both the revival of the Great Silk Road and the BRI value equality, accommodation of each other's interests, win-win cooperation, respect for the diversity of cultures and religions, etc. An important part of the Turkmen approach is to get rid of politicized cooperation, to promote diversified development of energy, to value diversification, and to advance international cooperation. China and Turkmenistan have a long history of friendly cooperation and good neighborliness. Building on this basis, we are advancing our cooperation under the existing framework. We are forming synergy between the Chinese and Turkmen development strategies. Both the two strategies are designed to promote the prosperity and growth of the Eurasian continent, connecting the Pacific and the Atlantic Oceans. We are forming linked production, technology, and industrial chains. All these efforts contribute to the settlement of many social challenges and help improve the living standards of our peoples. The hallmark of our cooperation is energy cooperation. It started from 2009. The commissioning of the gas pipeline between China and Turkmenistan has ushered in a new chapter of our bilateral cooperation. It also encourages the energy cooperation with other countries on the basis of equality and mutual benefits. It is because of this that we are promoting another international project, that is the TAPI gas pipeline. Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India. We are now expanding the more convenient export of natural gas produced in Turkmenistan. We are laying down power transmission lines to Afghanistan and Pakistan, as well as fiber optic communication connections to the two countries. We are also planning other mega projects. Another important of China-Turkmenistan cooperation is transportation. Turkmenistan is working with China and other countries to build a network covering all directions and all dimensions, and to build logistic infrastructure in a holistic manner. Such infrastructure will also link the Caspian Sea, the Black Sea, and the Baltic Sea. Turkmenistan is now implementing national-scale transportation programs, including the building of a new port along the Caspian Sea. We are also advancing the development of the transportation corridor from China via Central Asia to the Caspian Sea, as well as to Iran and the Middle East. This corridor can be used in both ways, from the Middle East to Asia Pacific and also to South Asia. We are also unleashing the potential of other transcontinental means of transportation, including railway, roads, aviation, as well as the development of logistic terminals. For example, in the international seaport city of Turkmenbashi, we are implementing this program, and we are doing that to unlock the potential of the port. We are now conducting transportation diplomacy aimed at consolidating common efforts to improve the efficiency of international cooperation on transportation corridors and logistic systems. As I mentioned, Turkmenistan is one of the early comers of global transportation cooperation, and we have been working toward this goal over many years. 6 proposals have been passed at the UN General Assembly, sponsored by Turkmenistan. This speaks volumes of Turkmenistan's commitment to international transportation cooperation. Let me emphasize that Turkmenistan's transportation strategy keeps pace with the trend of the times as well as the realistic needs of the world. Therefore, I am convinced that this is also in the interest of the countries who are aimed at establishing an effective, stable, and fair transportation system in their countries. Another priority of our international cooperation is striking a balance between production and consumption, and to ensure environmental safety. That is why Turkmenistan highly recognizes the significance of the Green Silk Road. We believe it is important to set up a specialized institution or organization or a regional center for climate technology. It is only timely that we make that happen. Turkmenistan stands ready to provide all the technical and organizational facilitations for the setup of such a center in the capital of our country, Ashgabat. We are also advancing efforts to reduce and eliminate the negative effects of the emission of CO2 and methane, and we are taking a step-by-step manner to enable the transition to the use of modern and environmentally friendly energy, especially in areas of energy, transportation, and industry. Turkmenistan is also conducting international cooperation on the use of the hydrogen energy. All these efforts contribute to the establishment of green corridors, to the revival of the Great Silk Road, and to China's Belt and Road Initiative. Excellencies, connectivity, particularly in the economic sector, and the global exchanges of technologies, experiences, know-hows, and skills represent the trend of our world. And that requires all countries to step up our cooperation and build an integrated technological and digital platform. And that means we need to form a unified and sustainable system of logistics and communications. It is highly important that we promote political connectivity. By that, I mean all countries need to pursue cooperation on the basis of equality and win-win results, regardless of differences in political systems and collaboration among the countries. Excellencies, heads of state, heads of delegation, and Vice Premier Dean. The Belt and Road Forum is widely representative, and it brings together the friendly envoys of dozens of countries. It holds huge potential for the attainment of all the goals that I mentioned. Let me once again thank all participants, and I wish the forum a full success. Thank you.
感谢比尔德穆哈梅多夫主席。
Thank you, Chairman Bermandi Mohamedov.
下面，有请印度尼西亚总统佐科阁下致辞。
Next, let's warmly welcome the President of Indonesia, His Excellency Mr. Joko Widodo, to deliver a speech.
Yang Mulia Wakil
His Excellency
Perdana Menteri
Vice Prime
Ding
Minister
Xuexiang,
Ding Xuexiang,
para pemimpin
leaders
negara,
of
hadirin dan undangan yang
BRF
saya
invited
hormati.
countries.
Di era
In this
global yang
era
terbuka ini,
of this open global economy,
Indonesia meyakini
Indonesia believes that
bahwa
connectivity
konektivitas adalah
is
jalan
the path
kemakmuran.
towards prosperity.
Untuk itu,
For this region,
selama 9 tahun sampai
for
akhir
9 years up to
tahun
the end of
2023,
2023,
Indonesia membangun lebih
has
dari
built more
2.000
than
kilometer jalan
2,000
tol
kilometers of toll
dan
roads
juga
and
membangun
also
jalan
built
non-tol,
non-toll roads,
pelabuhan baru,
new
dan
ports,
bandara-bandara baru.
and new airports.
Selain
In addition to
infrastruktur besar,
infrastructure, a large
Indonesia
infrastructure,
juga
Indonesia
membangun
also
konektivitas
builds
melalui
connectivity
infrastruktur
through
kecil
small infrastructure
di
in
pinggiran dan di
outermost and
desa-desa, di
rural
pedesaan.
areas
Ada
and in villages. There are
lebih dari
more than
320.000 kilometer jalan desa,
320,000 kilometers of village roads,
1,7
1.7
juta meter
million
jembatan
meters of
dan
bridges,
lain-lainnya.
and more.
Dan tidak hanya
And
konektivitas
not just physical
Indonesia juga
connectivity,
terus
Indonesia
memperluas
is also continuing to
konektivitas
expand
digitalnya
its digital connectivity
untuk
to
menjangkau
reach
daerah-daerah perbatasan.
border areas,
Karena Indonesia
because
memiliki
Indonesia
17.000
has
pulau,
17,000 islands,
serta
as well as
fasilitas kesehatan
building
dan
health
pendidikan,
and education facilities,
yang pada akhirnya
all of
semua
which,
itu
in the end,
dapat mendongkrak
will
daya
boost
saing ekonomi dan
economic
investasi
competitiveness
Indonesia,
and our investment,
serta menjadi
and
fundamental
establish
pertumbuhan
fundamental
yang kokoh
growth
dan
that is
berkelanjutan.
more robust and
Yang
sustainable.
mulia,
Excellencies,
dari pengalaman
from experience,
kami belajar
we have learned
4 hal penting
4
dalam
important
membangun
things in building connectivity.
Yang pertama,
First,
harus
that
memberikan
it must
manfaat
provide
ekonomi.
economic benefits.
Yang kedua,
Second,
harus
it must
dilakukan
be done
merata dan
equitably and inclusively.
inklusif. Yang ketiga,
Third,
harus
it must
memperhatikan
Pay
aspek
attention to the
keberlanjutan.
aspect of
Dan
sustainability.
keempat,
And fourth,
harus
it
didukung
must be supported
pengembangan
by
sumber daya
human
manusia dan
resources
alih
development and
teknologi.
technology transfer.
Kami melihat
We
empat
are
hal
of the view
tersebut
that those four
bisa
factors
menjadi
can
landasan
serve as the
dalam
foundation
kerangka
of the
kerjasama
BRI
BRI
cooperation
untuk
framework
pembangunan
for connectivity
konektivitas,
development,
sehingga
so that
BRI ini
the
dapat
BRI
menjadi
can continue
solusi
to be a solution
bagi pengembangan
for the development
konektivitas
of
dan
connectivity and
berkontribusi
contribute
bagi
to
perdamaian
peace
di kawasan
in our region,
untuk
to
menciptakan
create
kemakmuran
shared prosperity.
bersama. Terima kasih.
Thank you.
感谢佐科总统。
Thank you, President Joko.
下面，有请老挝人民革命党中央总书记、国家主席通伦阁下致辞。
Next, let's warmly welcome the Secretary General of the Lao People's Revolutionary Party, President of the Lao People's Democratic Republic, Mr. Thongloun Suslen, to deliver a speech.
ท่านลีเจอเจียง
Your Excellency Lee
ประธาน
Zhejiang,
ของผู้ทรงที่นับถือ
chairs of the meetings,
บรรดาทานประมุขรัฐหัวหน้ารัฐบาล
Excellency heads of
ท่านยิ่งและ
states
ท่านทราย
and
ที่
governments,
นับถือทั้งหลาย
ladies and gentlemen.
ก่อนอื่นข้าพเจ้ารู้
At
สึก
the
เป็น
outset,
เกียรติอย่าง
it is
สูง
my great honor
ที่ได้
to
เข้าร่วมการ
participate
ประชุม
in the third
หนึ่งแล้วหนึ่งเส้น
Belt
ทาง
and Road
เพื่อการ
Forums
ร่วมมือ
for
สากล
international
ครั้งที่สาม
cooperation.
และขอแสดงความขอบใจเป็น
And
อย่าง
I
ยิ่ง
wish
ต่อ
to
การต้อน
express
รับ
my
อบ
sincere
อุ่น
appreciation to the government
ของรัฐบาลและ
and the
ประชาชน
people of
จีน
China for the
ของ
warm
การแสดงความสม
hospitality
เสย
extended
ต่อ
to
การ
us.
กะเกี่ยมและ
I also wish
กา
to
รจัดตั้ง
commend the People's
อันดี
Republic
เลิศ
of China for the excellent
ของสป
organizations
จีนในการเป็นเจ้า
of these
ภาพของประชุ
important
มครั้งนี้
forums,
อันได้แสดงให้เห็น
which
ถึงผลสำเร็จ
clearly
แบบ
reflects
ก้าวกระโด
a
ด
considerable
ของ
achievement
การจัด
made
ตั้งปฏิ
in
วั
the
ติ
course
ข้อ
of
ริเริ่ม
10 years
เส้นทาง
in implementing
ของ
the
ประ
Belt
ธาน
and
สี
Road
จิ้นผิง
Initiative
ตลอ
launched
ด
by
ระยะ10 ปีที่
President
ผ่านมา
Xi Jinping.
บรรดาทานที่นับถือ พอ
Distinguished
ริเริ่ม
guests,
นึงแล้วนึงเส้นทางได้สร้างเงื่อนไข
the Belt and Road
ที่
Initiatives
เอื้ออำนวยให้
has
แก่
created a
การพัฒ
conducive
นาในหลายด้าน
environment for development
อัน
in
ผล
many
เด่น
areas,
ก็เหมือนการพัฒนา
notably
พื้นฐานของราง
in the
เชื่อม
areas
โยง
of
เชื่อมจอ
infrastructure
ให้
development
เห็น
that
อย่าง
helps
เป็นรูปธรร
realize
ม อัน
connectivity
นี้
and
ได้
integrations.
เป็นการซุกยู่ส่ง
This
เสริ
has
มและข
bolstered
ยายการร่วม
economic
มือ
cooperation,
ด้านเศรษฐกิจการ
trade
ค้า
and
การลงทุน
investment promotions,
ตลอดหอดการถ่ายทอด
including
เทคโนโล
transfer of
ยีที่
advanced
ก้าวหน้า
technologies,
การแลกเปลี่ยน
as
วัฒ
well
น
as
ธรรมสังคม
enhancing
ก็คือการเป็นมหา
social
สูตร
cultural
ระหว่างประชาชนกับ
cooperations
ประชา
and
ชน
people
อั
to
นเป็น
people
การส่ง
exchange,
เสริมอุตสา
all
ห
of
กรรม
which
การท่อง
has
เที่ยว
contributed to the
การ
promotion
สร้าง
of
ความไว้เนื้อ
tourism,
เสือใจและความ
strengthening
เชื่อมั่น
mutual
ซึ่งกันและ
trust,
กัน
and
ให้นำ
deepening
นำเลิกเสริม
confidence
ยิ่ง
and
ขึ้น
understanding.
การปฏิบัติขอริเริ่มหนึ่งแล้วหนึ่งเส้น
The
ทาง
implementations
ให้
of the Belt and Road initiatives
มากผล
has proven
อั
to
นเป็นรูป
deliver
ธรรม
solid
ที่ประเทศ
outcomes
กำลังพัฒนา
and concrete
รวมทั้ง
benefit
สป
to
ป
developing
ลาวสามารถ
countries,
สัมผัส
including
ตัวจริ
the
ง
Lao-PDA.
เช่น
For
โครง
instance,
การทางรถไฟลาว
constructions
จีน
of the Lao-China
โครงการทางด่
Railway
วน
and
ใน
the
ประเทศ
National
โครง
Expressway,
การพัฒนา
the
แล้วเศร
Lao-China
ษฐกิจ
economic
ลาวจีน
corridor
การ
developments,
ค้าในโคร
and
งเขตกสิ
expansion
กรร
of
ม
trade in the area of
พลังงานสะ
agriculture,
อาดและอื่น
clean
ๆ
energy, and others,
อัน
just
นี้
to name
เป็
a
นเพียง
few.
แต่ผลสำเร็จส่วนหนึ่งของ
These
การ
are
จัด
only
ตั้งป
part
ฏิบั
of
ติ
many successful stories
ขอ
and
ริเริ่มหนึ่ง
achievements
แล้วหนึ่งเส้น
from
ทาง
the
ที่
implementations of the
สามารถ
Belt and
บรร
Road
ลุได้
Initiative
ใน
that
ระ
were
ยะต้น
accomplished within
เพีย
a
งแต่
span
10
of
ปี
only 10
ข
years
องการ
in
ป
the
ฏิบัติขอริเริ่ม
Lao-PDA
ดังกล่าว
since
ดู
its
ลาว
inceptions.
ต่อเฉพาะเท่านั้น ทั้งหมดนี้
All of this
แมันสอดคล้องกับหัวข้อของ
resonate with the themes
ครั้
of
ง
this
นี้
year's
ที่
forums,
ว่าการร่วม
high
มือที่
quality
มีคุณภาพสูง
Belt and Road
ของหนึ่งแล้วห
cooperations
นึ่งเส้นทางแน่ใส
together for
บรรลุ
common
การพัฒ
development
นา
and
และการเจริญ
prosperity.
เติบโตร่วมกัน บรรดาท่านที่มีเกียรติทั้งหลาย
Distinguished participants,
ต้นหาสภาพการของภาคพื้นและสากลมีความ
amid
แข็ง
the
แกร่ง
ongoing and
กันสูง
intensifying regional
ซึ่งสา
and
มารถ
international
นำไป
rivalries
สู่การ
and
ปะทะ
competitions,
กันกำลังนั้น
which can potentially
อัน
lead to
จะเฮ็ด
armed
ให้สภาพ
conflicts
เศรษฐกิจ
and
ของโลก
subsequently
ถดถอยได้
brings about the global
และ
economic
บั่นทอน
downturn
โอกาส
and reduce
ของ
potentials
สังคม
and
โลกในการ
opportunity
พั
for
ฒนา
global
และการสร้าง
community
ความ
to develop
ก้าว
and
หน้า
advance.
นั่นการร่วมมือโดยความ
A
จริงใจ
genuine and
และสร้างสรร
constructive
ค์เป็น
cooperation
สิ่งที่ต้อง
should
ส่ง
be
เสริมอย่า
a
ง
must.
จริงจังข้าพเจ้าเห็นว่าใน10 ปี
I am
ที่
of
ผ่าน
the
มา
view
ขอริ
that
เริ่ม
over the
หนึ่งแล้ว
past
หนึ่ง
10
เส้น
years,
ทางได้
The Belt and Road Initiative has played a fundamental role in promoting development cooperations, fostering multilateral mechanisms, and effective collaborations at both regional and international levels. In this regard, I wish to take this opportunity to express my sincere congratulations to the governments of the People's Republic of China, especially to His Excellency President Xi Jinping, for introducing such tangible initiative and play a permanent leading role in advocating and safeguarding the common interests of developing countries as well as the principle of multilateralism. The Lao PDR also fully supports China's recently proposed initiative, namely the Global Development Initiative, the Global Security Initiative, and the Global Civilization Initiative. This initiative will not only contribute to the implementations of the Belt and Road Initiative, but also it helps to enhance mutual understanding and trust between countries around the world, thereby contributing to the maintenance of global peace and security, which is currently under threat. Distinguished participants, the Lao PDR is a landlocked country and located in the heart of Southeast Asia and the Sub-Mekong regions that shares border with China, Thai, Vietnam, Cambodia, and Myanmar. Therefore, the government has supported the Belt and Road Initiative since its early inception and attaches great importance to connectivity and integrations, as well as focusing on improving and enhancing comprehensive infrastructure development in the area of transportations and logistics through land, sea, and air. What is outstanding is that the Lao-China Railway project has become a landmark strategic project under the Belt and Road Initiative, which also directly supports and contributes to the Lao PDR aspirations to transform itself for a landlocked country to a landing hub for regional connectivity and integration. The project has also enhanced cooperations and promote investments, as well as facilitated passengers and freight transportations, fostering both domestic and international tourism. Thus creating a favorable conditions for development in the Lao PDR. Furthermore, the project not only promotes and facilitates cross-border transport between countries in the regions, but also bolstering greater integration with countries around the world. Currently, the Lao-China Railway has been providing cross-border passenger services for about 5,000 to 6,000 passengers per day, and cross-border cargo and good transportation service for Lao for about 10,000 to 12,000 tons per day. This is a huge amount for the Lao PDR, and it is expected that the number is growing in the future. Moreover, the Lao PDR has also improved its cross-border trade facilitations, including its dry port to provide connectivity services domestically and internationally between countries. Distinguished participants, connectivity in an open global economy is a fundamental prerequisite for progress and prosperity that will guide countries around the world toward a harmonious and sustainable development path. And in this context, the Lao PDR fully supports the 8 actions proposed by President Xi Jinping this morning in enhancing high-quality belt and road cooperations. And the Lao PDR stand ready to further cooperate with friendly countries in implementing relevant projects under the initiative at its utmost capacity. Taking this opportunity, on behalf of the government and people of the Laopedia, I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciations and profound gratitude to the government and people of China for the continued support and assistance extended to the Laopedia over the past years. And the Laopedia stand ready to further enhance its efforts to effectively implement the Belt and Road Initiative. In these auspicious occasions, I would like to express my gratitude to friendly countries near and far for the support extended to the Laopedia in its development endeavors in all of the past and present. I wish the Third and Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation a great success. Thank you.
感谢通伦主席。
Thank you, President Tonglen.
Next, 下面，有请塞尔维亚总统武契奇阁下致辞。
Next, let's warmly welcome the President of Serbia, His Excellency Mr. Alexander Vučić, to deliver a speech.
Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Serbian proverb says, stick to the new road and to the old friend. The Republic of Serbia attaches the paramount importance to the cherishing of traditionally friendly relations with the People's Republic of China. I proudly underline that the bilateral cooperation between our two countries is currently at its highest level in history, first and foremost thanks to the great friend of the Republic of Serbia, the President of the People's Republic of China, Xi Jinping. That's why we endorse the Beijing initiative on deepening of cooperation and connectivity. Serbia is on its EU path, but throughout its history, Serbia has always been the East to the West and the West to the East. A country where the most important roads connecting Europe and Asia intersect. The topic of today's panel reflects the strategic orientation of the development concept of the People's Republic of China and its leader, a great friend of the Serbian people, President Xi Jinping, as the originator of the initiative which seeks to encourage closer cooperation among states and peoples through joint efforts aimed at solving global challenges and prosperity of all humanity and diligent work on creating an open global economy through mutual cooperation in order to achieve common benefits. We have witnessed the Belt and Road Initiative launched a decade ago, for which I especially congratulate the distinguished President Xi, growing into a global project of impressive scale based on the concept of connectivity, from infrastructure connectivity on land, sea, in the air, or cyberspace to commercial investment, financial, technological, communication, physical or virtual connectivity, all the way to connecting peoples and individuals through culture, tourism, education, and science. The priority of this visionary initiative is cooperation in 5 key areas: intergovernmental coordination, facilities connectivity, unimpeded trade, financial integration, and people-to-people bonds. And that is why I would like to recall the words of President Xi that the right approach to tackling global crises or challenges, such as the coronavirus pandemic, and realizing long-term development is through greater connectivity, openness, and inclusiveness. And an old Chinese proverb that says, if you want to be wealthy, build roads first, could be reformulated today into, if a country wants to prosper and develop economically, it should build transport infrastructure first, roads, railways, and ports. Dear friends, I can state with pleasure and pride that the People's Republic of China, together with the European Union, has become one of the most important engines of Serbia's economic development in the past 10 years, and that my country is a positive example showing that international initiatives such as Belt and Road are justified and effective. For a relatively small economy like Serbia, much like for the large friendly China, The last decade was a decade of progress, effort and restraint, frequently of challenges, but with a clear roadmap that through connectivity, networking and strategic cooperation through numerous projects and joint initiatives in which we are actively involved, we are firmly determined to build relations with other countries that share similar values and principles on the basis of trust and with mutual respect. We are proud of the fact that with our Chinese partners and friends, as a continuation of successful 10-year cooperation on already completed capital projects in the previous period, we are working diligently on the realization of new strategic projects in infrastructure, energy and mining worth several $1 billion that will bring Serbia new hundreds of kilometers of built important arterial roads, bridges, tunnels, railways, subways, sewerage, solar power plants, mines and factories. I'm particularly pleased to point out that the modernization of the railway connecting the Serbian capital with the capital of Hungary in the first regional project in the field of transport infrastructure within the framework of the China-CEEC cooperation mechanism, and that we are very proud of the first 75-kilometer long Belgrade-Novi Sad section, which was ceremoniously put into operation in March 2022. Also, the arrival of large Chinese companies as investors put wind in the sails of further strong economic development of Serbia, which even the pandemic was not able to stop, and investors from China are today the leading Serbian exporters to the world. For the third year in a row, China is the largest foreign investor in Serbia. In 2022 alone, an inflow of Chinese investments in the amount of $1.5 billion was recorded. Today, Chinese companies employ a little over than 28,000 workers, of whom 42% are in the auto industry, a sector that has generated a quarter of all foreign investment so far and has strategic importance for the further economic prosperity of Serbia, ensuring the growth of our industrial base and exports to the world and even greater integration of Serbian companies into European and global supply chains. Owing to the arrival 5 years ago of the largest Chinese investor in Serbia and at the same time today's leading Serbian exporter to the world, Zijin Mining Company, Serbia has become the second largest copper producer in Europe with a strong desire and intention to become the leader. I'm proud to point out that today ICT is the largest net export branch of Serbia. Our country ranks 46th among the world's largest exporters of high-tech products and 52nd among the world's largest exporters of IT. Serbia is the first country in the region of Eastern and Southern Europe to join the Global Partnership on Artificial Intelligence. We were the first in the region to adopt a development strategy in this area back in 2019, and I avail myself of this opportunity to thank our Chinese friends, who with their 40 experts provided us with a great deal of help in drafting this strategic document. We established the Institute for Artificial Intelligence as well as the National Platform for Artificial Intelligence. We are building the Bio4 campus, which will become one of the key bioeconomic hubs in Europe, which will secure Serbia an even stronger position as a country of innovation and high-tech development. Anyway, I will never forget, and that's what I have to say today, the visit of President Xi to Serbia in 2016. We had thousands of problems with our biggest steel mill, which today is #2 exporter of Serbia. And we didn't know how to resolve the problem. And we were begging, we made a big plea to President Xi to help us on that big issue. He promised that and he delivered on that. He brought Hebei's company from the province Hebei, and now they are one of the most successful companies in an entire region. No doubt the most successful steel mill in the region. And these are the reasons why we want one of the key areas of cooperation with the People's Republic of China in the period ahead to be the field of connectivity, industrial cooperation, innovative economy, development of artificial intelligence, smart mobility, biotechnology, digital transformation, and new technologies applied in green energy. We are interested in carrying out a construction project of the Mikhailo Pupin Serbian-Chinese Industrial Park with our Chinese partners, which would also include a high-tech park. China is Serbia's second largest foreign trade partner, and our merchandise exports have increased as many as 185 times over the last 10 years. In 2022, record figures were achieved both in the volume of commodity exchange and in individual exports and imports. I'm pleased to share the information that the free trade agreement between Serbia and China will be signed during my stay in Beijing. It has been signed yesterday in the presence of Xi Jinping, and I'm once again profoundly grateful to our Chinese friend. Last year, in 2022, we re-established direct air traffic with the People's Republic of China, guided by the desire to encourage a stronger connectivity between our people, tourists, business communities, students. Serbia and China have increasingly intensive cooperation in the financial and banking sector. Since January 2015, the Chinese yuan has been on the list of currencies traded on our domestic foreign exchange market, and the National Bank of Serbia is currently actively considering and working on including the Chinese currency in its foreign exchange reserves. Dear friends, President Xi recently said, explaining the strategic development course of the People's Republic of China, "The future of our new journey is bright, yet the road ahead will not be smooth." I believe that the same sentence can be used when we talk about the possibility of future stronger economic and any other connectivity among the states that are sincerely devoted to the idea of multilateralism and partner cooperation, as opposed to the politics of diktat and imposing the will of the stronger. The world today, as President Xi himself observed, is undergoing accelerated transformation unseen in the century, and the international environment is changing profoundly. I'm sure that all of us here are aware that the winds of change are again blowing through the world, and it depends on how we deal with this development, whether these winds will start the windmills of our development spinning or will become devastating hurricanes. By advocating for connectivity, we all together contribute to overcoming the first scenario, i.e., that the world, perhaps for the first time in history, makes a major economic and geopolitical transition by choosing cooperation and global development over confrontation. Thank you for listening to me. Thanks again.
Thank you, President Vučić. Next, let's warmly welcome the Prime Minister of Pakistan, His Excellency Mr. Anwar Haq Khakhar, to deliver a speech.
His Excellency Vice Premier Ding Shaw, my fellow world leaders, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am pleased to be in the historic and beautiful city of Beijing to attend the Third Belt and Road Forum, alongside many distinguished world leaders from the region and beyond. At the outset, I would like to congratulate His Excellency President Xi Jinping for his visionary and revolutionary idea of Belt and Road, which has been instrumental in changing the regional and global landscape. I would like to commend President Xi's address at the opening ceremony this morning and fully endorse his 8-point proposals, giving a new vision, a new roadmap for the next decade of BRI. The convening of the Third Belt and Road Forum, which coincides with the 10th anniversary of BRI, is a clear manifestation of China's continued commitment to common development, shared prosperity, and a bright future for the world. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to address this August Forum on connectivity in an open global economy. Throughout human history, the role played by the connectivity in shaping our world and our lives has been profound. It has been a driving force for human progress and economic prosperity. By facilitating travel and trade, sharing of ideas and experiences, advancing technology and innovation, and promoting cultural in people-to-people exchanges. Indeed, it was enhanced connectivity that resulted in the modern age of globalization, weaving the fabric of our global economy and transforming our world into global village. Distinguished audience, to me the idea of BRI, an essential element of concept of community of shared future for the mankind, is grander than just the physical aspect usually associated with connectivity. I believe that connectivity is not just about roads, rails, wires, and networks. It is also about connecting people, cultures, and civilizations. It is an endeavor for creating bonds and linkages that bind the people of our world together, and all of it in the quest of a shared future that benefits humanity as a whole. The Chinese concept of Tianxia, which translates as land under heaven, refers to the whole world and promotes diversity while emphasizing harmonious and mutual interdependence as a means towards enduring peace. I must admit that I'm deeply impressed by China's view on development, especially the concept of inclusivity, which lies at the core of China's development paradigm. Ladies and gentlemen, as we must meet here today, our world is in the throes of a number of unprecedented challenges. Raging conflicts, the once-in-a-century pandemic, growing inequalities, yawning divide between the developed and the developing, debt burden, food and energy crisis, and climate change pose existential threat to our way of living. Unless we redouble our effort to address these challenges, we risk backsliding on some of the gains achieved under the UN Sustainable Goals Agenda 2023. Today, many regions, especially in the developing world, still lack adequate physical infrastructure, hindering their ability to participate fully in the global economy. Addressing these infrastructure gaps requires substantial investment in transportation, energy, and digital networks. The digital divide also remains a pressing issue. It is essential to ensure that everyone has equal access to opportunities in the digital age. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan takes immense pride in being China's partner in this quest for inclusive and sustainable development. We are amongst the first supporters of BRI by launching its flagship project of China-Pakistan Economic Corridor in 2013. CPEC was operationalized during the historic visit of President Xi to Islamabad in 2015. As we commemorate the 10th anniversary of BRI and CPEC, we reflect on the profound impact of these visionary enterprises on the lives and livelihood of our people. I feel happy to share that in Pakistan, we have completed nearly 50 projects worth $25 billion under CPEC. The construction of modern highways, seaport, airport, and rapid mass transit system has improved our transportation network, connected cities and remote areas, improved accessibility, facilitating the movement of goods and people across Pakistan. CPEC energy projects have injected more than 8,000 megawatt of new electricity into our national grid, while nearly 10,000 megawatt of additional and clean energy projects are expected to be completed in the next 4 to 5 years. The government of Pakistan has taken steps to make Pakistan a trade, transit, and transshipment hub with secure, open, reliable, and efficient connectivity routes and borders, opening new vistas for countries to our west and beyond. Towards this end, under CPEC, Pakistan has successfully operationalized its deep sea port of Gwadar, with state-of-the-art facilities to handle cargo ships, facilitating transshipments to regional countries, especially the landlocked states. Soon, a new international airport would also be inaugurated in Gwadar, which is yet another step in realizing our vision of Gwadar serving as a hub of regional trade and connectivity. Ladies and gentlemen, CPEC is now poised to enter into its next phase, where it would be transformed into a corridor of growth, linking our economies and providing equal opportunities to our people. With this, we hope that a farmer in rural areas can access regional market for his customer, a student in a remote village can access world-class education, and a small business owner can trade seamlessly with his partners across regions. CPEC would also be developed as a corridor of livelihood, with dividends from its development reaching the common people, improving their living standards, creating jobs, and addressing poverty. I would be amiss if at this stage I did not commend China for its remarkable feat of lifting hundreds of millions of its citizens from abject poverty, providing them a better, brighter, and more fulfilling life. As we progress forward, CPEC would be a corridor of innovation, where Pakistan and China would join hands to advance our cooperation in the fields of IT and science and technology, with the aim of improving the lives of our two people. Another important facet of CPEC would be its development as a green corridor, which would serve our objectives of ensuring food security, agricultural modernization, green development, and environmental protection. CPEC as a corridor of openness demonstrates our sincerity towards making this development project an inclusive one, welcoming other countries and partners to join hand in this great venture. Distinguished audience, I would also like to take this opportunity to commend President Xi's vision for creating a global community with a shared future. The Global Development Initiative, Global Security Initiatives, and Global Civilizational Initiatives have further redefined the concept of a shared community. This vision promotes cooperation, collective security, inter-civilizational exchanges, inclusive and sustainable development, and a balanced ecosystem in harmony with nature. This is the only way to address global challenges. China's rich cultural history, inventiveness, and values of harmony, benevolence, and wisdom have contributed to this vision. Pakistan deeply cherishes its unique relationship and strategic cooperation partnership with China, and is committed to working together to achieve the ideals of an open global economy and promote connectivity on transcontinental scale. We also look forward to joining hands with other partners across borders and regions to create a world where connectivity is not just a concept, but a living reality for every citizen of our globalized world. Our world is interconnected in ways that were perhaps unimaginable in the past. These interlinkages call for adoption of a new paradigm of thinking, cooperation, and shared responsibility. By embracing this vision and working together, we can create a brighter, peaceful, and sustainable future for ourselves and for our future generations. I'm hopeful that together we can shape a world where the bonds that unite us are stronger than the forces that divide us. Thank you. Share, share.
感谢卡卡尔总理。
Thank you, Prime Minister Kakar.
下面，有请埃及总理马德布利阁下致辞。
Next, let's warmly welcome the Prime Minister of Egypt, His Excellency Mr. Mustafa Mabouli, to deliver a speech.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أصحاب الفخامة رؤساء الدول والحكومات، السيد دينغ شواشينغ
Distinguished heads of
عضو اللجنة الدائمة
states and
للمكتب
government,
السياسي للجنة المركزية
distinguished
للحزب الشيوعي
member of the Standing Committee of the Political Bureau of the CPC Central
يسعدني في
Committee,
البداية أن أعرف
Vice Premier Deng
لفخامة
Xishan, distinguished
الرئيس شي
guests,
جين
first of
بينغ
all,
والحكومة وشعب جمهورية الصين الشعبية عن
I would like
تقديرنا
to
البالغ لحفاوة
pay high
الاستقبال
tribute to
وحسن
President Xi
الضيافة في
Jinping, the
عاصمة
Chinese
بلدكم
government,
العريقة
and the Chinese people.
وأنتهز تلك المناسبة
Thank you for your warm reception and meticulous arrangements. I want to use this opportunity to congratulate China on your 74th National Day. Egypt is the first Arab and African country to recognize the new China, for which we are very proud. We established diplomatic relations with China in 1950, which was the beginning of the solid bilateral relation. From then on, China worked with Egypt and other developing countries to pursue development, prosperity, and peace. I would like to congratulate you on successfully holding the third Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation, and this year marks the 10th anniversary of the BRI. It's very important for the visions and aspirations expressed by President Xi Jinping. I value very much. Egypt and China are friendly countries. We have very long history of exchanges. The Silk Road is like a bridge connecting Asia and Africa. Through the Belt and Road Initiative, we have strengthened exchanges with partner countries and help us to achieve common development and prosperity. In the past decade, the relationship between Egypt and China has made major development. In 2014, the two countries have became comprehensive and strategic partners. Distinguished guests, Egypt joined the third Belt and Road Forum for International Cooperation because we attach great importance to the BRI proposed by President Xi Jinping. Egypt was among the first countries to join the BRI because the initiative has high alignment with our purposes and philosophies of the 2030 Vision for Sustainable Development, especially in transportation and energy and other areas. We have implemented many important projects, especially the 10th of Ramadan Railway Project, which connects different districts of Egypt and connects us with the international trade corridor, which boosts international transportation and trade. So up to now, we have worked together to build many roads, harbors, airports, and waterways projects, including the Suez Canal project, green energy, electricity generating project, the Great Connectivity project, energy transmission and storage project, and also the connectivity project to strengthen connectivity with neighboring countries. And connectivity itself is the objective of the BRI. I also want to use this opportunity to introduce
ومن موقع جغرافي
that
استراتيجي في
Egypt
القلب منه قناة
provides
السويس بما
a
يسهل من
favorable
عملية
environment
التصدير
for
إلى الأسواق
infrastructure
المجاورة
investment
في الدول
because we have
العربية
a
والإفريقية
good
والأوروبية
geographical
والتي
location.
تربطنا بها اتفاقيات تجارة حرة
We
وبما
have
يسهم في
provided
ربط الأسواق
facilitation for
الدولية بعضها
exports
ببعض
to Arab,
ويسهل من حركة
African
سلاسل
and
الإمداد دون
European
عوائق
markets
تعزيزا لمفهوم
and made
الربط
the
في اقتصاد
supply
عالمي
chains
مفتوح
unimpeded.
ولعل المنطقة الاقتصادية
It's
المصرية
conducive to
الصينية
strengthen the openness of
المنطقة
global
الاقتصادية
economy.
لقناة السويس من النماذج الواضحة للتعاون
The
المشترك
Suez
الذي يعود
Economic Trade
بالنفع على
Cooperation
البلدين
Zone
وفي هذا
is a
الصدد
fine
فإننا
example of
نرحب
the
ونشجع
bilateral
دولة
cooperation
الصين
and win-win
الصديقة
results.
ودول مبادرة
Here
الحزام
we
والطريق
welcome
على ضخ المزيد
our
من
friendly
الاستثمارات
Chinese
في
friend
مصر والاستفادة من الفرص
and the partner
المتاحة بها
countries
في
to
إطار سعينا
increase
المشترك
investment
لتحقيق
in
التنمية
Egypt to better
لشعوبنا.
use the opportunity
السيدات
of
والسادة
Egypt
الحضور إن
to
مصر
achieve
والصين
common development
تمثلان
and
أقدم
prosperity of all
حضارتين في
countries.
التاريخ
Ladies and
الإنساني
gentlemen,
وقدمتا
Egypt and
للعالم
China are
إسهامات
two
علمية
ancient
استفادت
civilizations in
منها
the world,
الحضارات الأخرى
contributing much
وأسهمت
to the
في
world
تطور
and
البشرية وصولا إلى ما
have been learned
نشهده اليوم
from
من طفرة
learned by other
تكنولوجية في
countries.
كافة المجالات ومن ثم
And we
فإننا
have
على
made
قناعة بأن التكنولوجيا ينبغي
contributions
أن
for
تكون سلعة عامة
technological
تتشارك فيها كافة
leap.
الدول بما يسهم في تحقيق
The
التنمية
BRI should
العالمية
be
العادلة
the public
والشاملة
good for
وتمكين الدول
all
النامية من
countries
الاستفادة من
and
ثمار
conducive
التقدم
to
التكنولوجي في
the
تنفيذ
all-round development
أجندتها
of the
التنموية.
world to
لقد
benefit
كانت
all
مصر
countries
الشريان
and all
الرئيسي
peoples.
الذي يربط حضارات العالم القديم بين
Egypt
آسيا وأفريقيا وأوروبا
was
وستستمر
an
مصر
important
في
hub
لعب
connecting
دورها التاريخي
Asia,
في ربط
Africa,
مناطق
and
العالم
Europe.
ببعضها من
Egypt will
خلال
continue to
موقعها
use our
الجغرافي
unique
ومن هذا
location
المنطلق فإن
and
مصر
play
باعتبارها أحد
a
أطراف
historical
مبادرة
role.
الحزام والطريق
So as a partner
ترحب
country
بأن
of the
تكون مركزا
BRI,
إقليميا
we would like
لوجستيا
to
وتجاريا لدول المبادرة للإسهام في تسهيل
be
حركة
the
الشحن
hub
والتجارة
for
بين تلك الدول دون
regional
عوائق في إطار
logistics
اقتصاد عالمي مفتوح.
and
إن مصر تتشارك مع دول
trade
الحزام والطريق
facilitation for
الآمان
partner countries and
والتطلعات
regions.
لبناء مستقبل أفضل لشعوبنا
Egypt
وتحقيق التنمية
with other
الشاملة
partner
والعادلة
countries
وإن واقع اليوم
are working
يعكس
to create a
حقيقة
better future
أن
for
دولنا قد أضحت
mankind.
أكثر تأثيرا في الاقتصاد الدولي بما يتطلب دورا أكبر
This
للدول
requires
النامية
developing countries and emerging markets
السياسات الاقتصادية الدولية
to play a bigger
لتكون
role
أكثر
in
استجابة
international
لاحتياجاتنا
economic
التنموية.
policymaking
ولعل
process
رئاسة مصر لمؤتمر
to
الأطراف كوب
play our due
27
role.
والذي استضافت مصر قمته الأخيرة في شرم الشيخ قد
In
أسهمت
November
في التوصل
2020,
لتفاهمات دولية
we
حول الدفع
hosted
بأولويات
the
الدول النامية
COP27
واحتياجاتها
to let the
التنموية
world know
بما في
the
ذلك
primary
ضرورة سد الفجوة
task and
التمويلية
requirement of developing
والاتفاق على
countries
إنشاء صندوق
like
لتمويل
bridging
الخسائر
the
والأضرار
financing gap.
لمساعدة الدول النامية في جهودها نحو التحول
This
الأخضر.
meeting helps
كما
the
تشارك
green
مصر
transition of
بفاعلية
developing
في
countries.
المؤسسات
Egypt
الاقتصادية الدولية الناشئة
actively
والتي
participates
تسهم من
in
خلال الأدوات
the
المالية
international
التي تقدمها في
institutions.
توفير التمويل اللازم
These institutions
للتنمية وتعزيز التنسيق
play
بين
their
الدول.
role
وقد كان
by
انضمام
providing
مصر لتجمع
financial
البريكس
tools.
في إطار جهودنا لتعزيز التنسيق
At the
بين الدول
invitation,
النامية والاقتصادات
Egypt
البازغة
joins the BRICS
والإسهام في
mechanism,
صياغة السياسات
which
الاقتصادية
shows the
الدولية
coordination
وأغتنم
among
هذه
developing
المناسبة
countries,
لكي
and we would like to play a big role
لدولة الصين
in
الضغط
international
الصديقة والدول الأعضاء
economic
في تجمع
policymaking.
البريكس
Take
لدعوة
this
مصر
opportunity,
للانضمام لهذا التجمع.
I would like to thank
السيدات
all
والسادة
BRICS
الحضور،
members
إن
for
قمتنا اليوم في
inviting
بكين
Egypt
تأتي
to
في وقت
participate in
يمر
the
فيه
mechanism.
العالم تحديات
Ladies and
عديدة
gentlemen,
بما
this forum
يحتم تعزيز
was
التنسيق
held
بين دولنا مع
under the
كافة
context of
أطراف المجتمع الدولي
all challenges
للدفع
in the
بجهود
world.
تحقيق التعافي
We
الاقتصادي
should
من
work
آثار
together
جائحة
to
فيروس
promote
كورونا
global
وأزمتي
economic
الغذاء
recovery.
والطاقة العالميتين. إن مصر ستواصل القيام بدورها التاريخي والرائد في دعم السلام
address the
والاستقرار في
food
العالم
crisis.
وتعزيز الجهود المشتركة لتعزيز التنمية
We'll
العالمية
contribute our due
بالتعاون
part to
الوثيق مع دولة
the global
الصين الصديقة
peace and
ودول
stability
مبادرة الحزام
and
والطريق
common development.
وشركائها
We would
الدوليين.
like to
وفي الختام
cooperate
أتقدم بالشكر
with
مرة
partner
أخرى
countries
لجمهورية الصين الشعبية
and other
على عقد
international
هذا
partners.
المحفل الدولي
Here, I would
الهام
like to
وأعرب عن
thank you
تطلعنا
again for
لاستمرار التنسيق
hosting
مع دولة
this
الصين
important
الصديقة
international
ودول
session.
المبادرة لدفع التعاون
I
متمنيا
hope to
لشعوبنا جميعا دوام التقدم والازدهار.
cooperate with you
Thank you very
and wish our people progress and prosperity.
感谢马德布利总理。
Thank you, Prime Minister Mabuli.
下面，有请埃塞俄比亚总理阿比阁下致辞。
Next, let's warmly welcome the Prime Minister of Ethiopia, His Excellency Mr. Abiy Ahmed Ali, to deliver a speech.
Your Excellency, Vice Premier Lee, Excellencies, Heads of State and Government, ladies and gentlemen. On this occasion, I wish to convey my heartfelt congratulations to the government of the People's Republic of China, as well as to all participating countries for taking the Belt and Road Initiative from vision to reality, recording significant achievements over the past 10 years. The BRI is delivering infrastructure development across Africa, as well as helping to strengthen trade within Africa and with China. Sustainable development is achieved through global integration, win-win cooperation, and economic development, connecting countries and enabling inclusive governance. Excellencies, Ethiopia has a rich history and a strategic geographical location that has long positioned it as a gateway between Africa, Asia, and Europe. The Belt and Road Initiative provides us with a unique opportunity to leverage this advantage and further strengthen our role as a regional hub for trade, investment, and connectivity. We know from experience that we can achieve sustainable development only by integrating Ethiopia into the global economy. History has demonstrated that neighbors with intimate, rule-based, diversified economic relations are unlikely to resort to conflict. So integration is not just an economic project, but an investment in peace building. In Ethiopia, the Belt and Road Initiative has had several successes. Allow me to mention a few important ones. The first is the longest electric transnational railway in Africa, running through Ethiopia all the way to Djibouti. The Addis Ababa-Djibouti railway line is a modern cross-border standard gauge electrified railway in Africa with a total length of 756 kilometers. This railway line has been providing transportation service for import-export cargo and for thousands of passengers annually. The line plays a critical role in reducing logistics costs, transit time, and overall efficiency in the logistics value chain along the strategically important Ethio-Djibouti corridor. Secondly, in the development of a digital Silk Road that has allowed us to significantly grow our telecom network infrastructure across the country. This has put us on the right track to boost innovation-driven development and to build our digital economy. Thirdly, an air link appears to be in the making as our national carrier. Ethiopian Airlines is playing a catalytic role by connecting the skies of Africa with that of Asia and 4 other continents. Excellencies, the BRI will continue to be an integral part of Africa's quest for integration. Economic diversification, enhanced cross-border trade, digital economy, energy security, and green development. I would like to make the following proposals in further strengthening our BRI partnership. Firstly, our partnership and cooperation should continue to adopt the most effective financing solutions for sustainable development. Secondly, we should deepen cooperation in agriculture and agribusinesses by modernizing the sector and enabling technology transfers to enable food sovereignty. Lastly, we must intensify industry-centered development cooperation. China's industrial and technological experience in this regard is an inspiration to the developing world, including Ethiopia. I would like to conclude by reaffirming Ethiopia's commitment to ensuring that our participation in the Belt and Road Initiative is guided by the principle of transparency, sustainability, and mutual benefit. I thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister Abiy.
下面，有请匈牙利总理欧尔班阁下致辞。
Next, let's warmly welcome the Prime Minister of Hungary, His Excellency Mr. Viktor Orban, to deliver a speech.
Mélyen tisztelt miniszterelnök helyettes úr, elnök
Your
urak,
Excellency,
miniszterelnök
Vice
urak,
Premier,
hölgyeim és uraim,
Your Excellencies, Heads of State and
köszönöm a megtisztelő
international
meghívást
organizations.
Xi elnök úrnak.
Good afternoon.
Harmadik alkalommal ér az
I'd
a
like to extend my
megtiszteltetés,
gratitude to President Xi
részt vehetek
Jinping
ezen
for
a csúcs
inviting me
találkozón.
to the third Belt and Road Forum.
Én Magyarországról érkeztem.
This is the third time that I have
Magyarország az
participated in the
Európai
forum.
Unió tagja.
Hungary is
Az a helyzet,
an EU member, but
hogy az egyetlen kormányfő vagyok itt az Európai Unióból.
Hungary is the only
Világ
head of
állapotát
state
látva
from a EU country
az
to
volna
be
a
here at this
természetes,
forum.
ha sok európai vezető
If
lenne
you
itt.
take a look at where things
De
stand
nincsenek.
in the world, you
Ennek
may
oka van,
say that
amit a nem
it is normal for
európaiaknak
an European leader
nehéz megérteni.
to be here.
Európa ugyanis, hölgyeim és uraim, ma egy hatalmas dilemma előtt áll. A
What is happening
hidegháború
is that
végeztével
not
úgy
many
látszott,
European leaders are attending the Belt and Road
hogy olyan
Forum.
korszak kezdődik,
As we can see, as a result
amelyet a
of the end
Szovjetunió
of World War
szétesése
II
után
and the collapse of the former Soviet
a
Union,
nyugat pénzügyileg,
we are
gazdaságilag
witnessing
és technológiailag
the
is
dominance
egyenlően
of
fog dominálni.
the West in terms of the
Mi
economic, financial, and
otthon
technological
Európában
sectors.
arra készültünk, hogy a világ a mi nyugati hegemóniánk alatt működik majd. Nem így történt. Ma 30
It has been
évvel
a world
később
of Western dominance and
mindenki
European dominance,
láthatja,
but this world has
hogy a
never
nyugati
really existed.
versenyelőny
Now,
korszaka
after 30 and
véget
40 years, the era of
keleti világ
European
megerősödött.
and Western supremacy has ended. The East
Kína
is
átvette
strengthening itself.
az Európai Uniótól
China
a
is
második helyet a világgazdasági
exceeding the
teljesítményhez való
EU to
hozzájárulás
become
tekintetében.
the second largest economy in the world.
És még sok példát idézhetnék. Nem csoda,
There are many examples
nem
that
csodálkozhatunk
I can
azon,
raise to you.
ha Európában sokan csalódottak.
The Europeans are disappointed
Mit
and
tegyen?
upset.
Hogyan reagáljon erre az új helyzetre Európa és az Európai Unió?
So what should the EU do? How should it react?
Az európai dilemma úgy szól, blokkosítsuk-e a világgazdaságot,
So this is the conundrum faced by Europe.
protekcionisták legyünk,
Should we form blocks in the global economy, or should we compete? Should we opt for protectionism, or should we create opportunities for connectivity in the new era? Colleagues, those are the topics that are being discussed and debated back in Brussels.
hogy Európa az ukrán háború miatt
Another factor has been included in the debate in the European Union. Because of the conflict in Ukraine, the EU has cut its ties with Russia. And that is a further step toward the formation of blocs. And the EU is going to do more in that direction by moves of de-risking, and that would mean the separation of the European economy and the Chinese economy. Those in favor of connectivity, including Hungary, reject the policy of bloc forming.
A deriskinget akaró politikát tekintjük az igazi kockázatnak.
We believe the actual policy of de-risking represent the real risk. We disagree with that.
Ez a térség évtizedeken keresztül szenvedett a blokkosodástól.
For decades, China and European countries have been victims of bloc politics. Colleagues, I've been living in such a country for 26 years. It has been an unreasonable era. Our competitiveness has been undermined. Our technological competitiveness has been undermined. Our country has fallen into poverty for decades. We are not living up to the standards that we are supposed to enjoy. So Hungary must renounce bloc politics. And by doing that, we are embracing the era of connectivity. I am convinced that connectivity will create opportunities for Europe, opportunities that help Europe recover its competitiveness. Bloc politics also creates the further risk of excessive competition.
Ha a világ nemzetei nem a fegyvereik erejét mérnék össze, hanem összekapcsolnák
countries in the world should not compete in terms of the prowess of their armed forces, but instead we should pursue economic cooperation by advancing connectivity based on mutual respect. Only in this way can we create the hope of peace and economic growth. Hungary's economic and political strategies are based on this principle. We aim to become a hub of the Eastern and Western economies.
Az új technológiai korszakra átálló legjelentősebb keleti és nyugati beruházók.
We hope to
büszkék vagyunk arra, hogy mára Magyarország lett
host the investments of the most high-caliber tech firms in both China and Europe. And Hungary is one of their most favored destination, and that is also attributable to the guidance of President Xi Jinping. The Belt and Road Initiative is the most significant development initiative in the world, and its progress is easily visible.
A szerb barátainkkal
the Hungarians and the Serbians are working together to build a railway, and that is also thanks to the guidance of President Xi Jinping. The Budapest-Belgrade Railway will also become the fastest transition line between China and Europe, and we are aimed at furthering the competitiveness of Europe, and we want to strengthen connectivity and logistics. Your Excellencies, Hungary stands ready to work with China and all other countries in support of connectivity. Thank you.
感谢奥尔班总理。
Thank you, Prime Minister Orban.
女士们、先生们，下面有请丁薛祥副总理致总结词。
Ladies and gentlemen, next let's warmly welcome Deputy Prime Minister Ding Xuexiang to deliver a summary speech.
Distinguished heads of state and governments, heads of international organizations, dear delegates, guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends, thank you for your impressive remarks. Just now, on the theme of connectivity in an open world economy, we had an in-depth exchange of views and reached many important consensus. We all support deepening partnership through high-quality Belt and Road cooperation. We all agreed that Belt and Road cooperation, with a focus on connectivity, has injected new driving forces into global growth, created new opportunities for global development, and created a new platform for global economic cooperation. We shared our experience in jointly building the Belt and Road, put forward wonderful ideas and proposals, and expressed readiness to strengthen mutually beneficial cooperation and achieve common development. We all support promoting global connectivity through high-quality Belt and Road cooperation. We agreed that enhanced connectivity helps all countries better integrate into global supply, industrial, and value chains. We are ready to strengthen cooperation in transportation, energy, resources, water conservancy, information and communications facility, improve connectivity networks, and promote international transport facilitation. We agreed to carry out international cooperation in infrastructure, rules, regulations, and standards to increase institutional connectivity. Multilateral development banks and financial institutions in respective partner countries are encouraged to provide more financial support for infrastructure projects. We all support building an open world economy through high-quality Belt and Road cooperation. We all agreed that economic globalization is the trend of the times. It is important to practice true multilateralism, jointly uphold the rules-based multilateral trading system with the WTO at its core, and oppose unilateralism and protectionism. We will continue to improve the business environment, conduct cooperation in customs clearance facilitation, taxation, law enforcement, and other areas, and constantly improve trade and investment liberalization and facilitation. I am confident that as long as all of us work together to advance high-quality Belt and Road cooperation, we will usher in a world of openness, inclusiveness, connectivity, and common development. Now, I announce the conclusion of the first session of the High-Level Forum on Connectivity. Thank you.
女士们、先生们，请全体起立，热烈欢送丁薛祥副总理和外方领导人退场。
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up all. Let's give a round of warm applause as the leaders leave the venue.